You've been staring at that blank wall for months. You keep telling yourself you'll do something about it. Maybe buy a print, maybe hang up a photo, but nothing ever feels right. And then one day, someone walks into your house, points at a corner you forgot existed, and says, "That space needs something." And you just nod, because honestly, you already knew. What if I told you that the thing missing from your home is something you can make yourself, even if you have never picked up a crochet hook in your life? A lot of people think crochet is for grandmas or for people with too much time on their hands. But the truth is, some of the most beautiful things you can put in your home right now, the stuff people pay hundreds of dollars for in fancy stores, can be made with yarn, a hook, and a few free hours. And today I'm going to show you exactly what those things are. These are crochet home decor ideas that are perfect for complete beginners. And by the end of this video, you're going to want to run to the store and grab some yarn, I promise. Let's start with something that almost every beginner makes first, and for good reason: a dishcloth or a washcloth. I know, it doesn't sound exciting, but hear me out. When you make a dishcloth in a really beautiful cotton yarn, like a dusty sage green or a warm terracotta, and you fold it neatly next to your sink, it stops being just a dishcloth. It becomes a decor piece. People do this all the time, and it works so well because cotton yarn is easy to work with. It holds its shape, and the texture you get from even the most basic stitch looks intentional and pretty in a kitchen or bathroom. And the best part is, a dishcloth takes maybe 2 to 3 hours tops if you're slow. So it's the perfect first project that actually goes somewhere in your home and looks good doing it. Now let's talk about something a little more visual: coasters. Crochet coasters are one of those things where people see them on a coffee table and immediately ask where you bought them, and you get to smile and say you made them. There's something so satisfying about that moment. Coasters are small, they're quick, and they're incredibly beginner-friendly because you're just working in a circle and stopping when it's big enough. You can make them all the same color for a clean, minimal look, or you can do a whole set in different colors to make the table feel more playful and fun. Cotton or jute yarn works great for coasters because they're sturdy and they don't slide around. And if you make a little set of 4 or 6 and stack them with a rubber band or a ribbon, they also become one of the easiest handmade gifts you can give. But we'll save gifts for another video. Here's one that might surprise you: a plant hanger. Crochet plant hangers have had such a massive comeback, and they're everywhere right now. In home magazines, on Pinterest boards, in those aesthetic apartment videos on YouTube. And the thing is, they look complicated, but they really aren't. The basic version is just a series of chains and simple knots. You hang it from a ceiling hook or a curtain rod, drop a small pot inside, and suddenly your room looks like something out of a lifestyle blog. If you have any plants at all, even a tiny little succulent, a crochet plant hanger completely changes the energy of the room. It draws the eye up, it adds texture to walls that feel too flat, and it makes even the most basic plant look like it was styled by someone. The materials are cheap too. You really just need some thick cotton rope or chunky yarn and a few rings, and you can put one together in an afternoon. Let's talk about something that sounds fancy but isn't: a wall hanging. This is probably the most popular crochet home decor piece right now, and for good reason. A wall hanging is basically a piece of crochet that you attach to a wooden dowel or a stick and hang on the wall like art. And the beauty of it is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, the more textured and uneven it looks, the more people love it. You can leave long fringe at the bottom. You can use different colors or just stick to one neutral tone. You can add feathers or beads or shells if you want. There's no wrong way to do it. For a beginner, a wall hanging is a great project because you're just crocheting rows back and forth. You're not increasing or decreasing. You're not doing complicated stitches. You just go left, go right, go left, go right, and when you're happy with the size, you stop. Then you attach it to your dowel, add your fringe, and hang it up. What you end up with looks like something that costs $60 or $70 in a boutique shop, and it's hanging in your home because you made it with your own hands. That feeling is hard to describe. Another beginner idea that people sleep on is a crochet table runner. This one is perfect if you have a dining table or even a coffee table that feels a little bare. A table runner is just a long rectangle, which means you're crocheting the same basic row over and over again until it's long enough to stretch across your table. The trick here is choosing the right stitch. Something like the linen stitch or the moss stitch gives you a really beautiful woven look that makes the runner feel expensive and intentional. In a neutral, like cream, beige, or gray, a crochet table runner instantly makes a dining area look more put together. You can use it for every day, or you can bring it out for dinners when you want the table to look nice. Either way, it's one of those pieces that quietly upgrades a room without anyone being able to explain exactly why. Now here's something that takes a little more time but is so worth it: a crochet throw blanket. Before you say that sounds too hard, let me explain. A chunky crochet blanket with big yarn and a large hook is one of the fastest and easiest beginner projects there is because the stitches are large, the work moves quickly, and you don't need to count much. You just go back and forth until you have a blanket-sized rectangle. Done. Throw it over your couch or drape it over the arm of a chair, and your living room immediately feels warmer and cozier. These blankets look incredible in chunky, loopy yarn, especially in neutral tones like oatmeal or gray or dusty white. And the texture that you naturally get from crocheting with thick yarn looks so intentional, like you bought it from a high-end shop. The whole thing can be done in a weekend if you sit down and focus, and you'll want to make one for every room once you see how good it looks. Let's not forget curtain tiebacks. This is one of those small things that makes a huge difference in a room. A crochet curtain tieback is just a strip or a band that you use to hold your curtain to the side, letting in light and framing the window in a way that feels elegant. For a beginner, this is basically just crocheting a long rectangle or even a thick chain, attaching it to the wall with a hook and looping it around the curtain. In a boho-style room, crochet tiebacks look amazing. In a minimalist space, they add just enough texture without feeling busy. They take almost no yarn, they're very quick to make, and they make your windows look styled instead of just functional. One more idea, and this is a really good one: crochet baskets. These are genuinely useful, and they look so good on shelves, on counters, on the floor next to a bed holding extra blankets. The key to a good crochet basket is using a thicker yarn, or even crocheting with 2 strands at the same time to get that sturdy, structured shape. You work in a spiral starting from the bottom, and once you have the base the right size, you just crochet straight up to form the walls. It holds its shape, it holds your stuff, and it looks genuinely great wherever you put it. People use these to store yarn, remote controls, children's toys, bathroom products, literally anything. And when someone asks where you got it, you'll say you made it, and they will not believe you. Crochet is one of those crafts where the gap between what you think you can do and what you actually can do is a lot smaller than you expect. All of these ideas, the dishcloths, the coasters, the plant hangers, the wall hangings, the table runners, the blankets, the tiebacks, the baskets, every single one of them is within reach for a complete beginner. You don't need to be talented, you don't need years of practice, you just need to start somewhere, and your home will start to look like it was decorated by someone who really cares, because it was. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next.